Hey everybody, Dylan from Noble Records coming at you with another video. Haven't done a video in a little bit, like a vinyl finds video. I've been wanting to do one for a while, but I've just had trouble finding time to do it. It's been so busy around here. So I came a couple minutes early to the shop so I could shoot a video. I've been pulling out tons of stuff in my collection, putting it in the shop, selling it, so I can make room for the really good stuff that I want to keep that I'm finding here and there. So this is just like maybe 60 records, so I really need to get on it to show you these in time to open the shop. So this is one I've been looking for a long time. It's a Grail for me. It's Caterpillar. Really good. Just like proggy, psychedelic jazz rock, I guess you'd call it. Really tough to find. This is on the Vertigo label. The Vertigo Swirl. This is a US promo. A lot of the US promos have a sticker. This one for some reason doesn't, but anyways, it is a promo nonetheless. But yeah, that's a sweet one. They're tough to find and kind of expensive, but the US Vertigos are a little bit cheaper than like the UK's or whatever. But that's one incredible album. That really, if you want to listen to a good cooker, that's one. This is Caterpillar Changes. Now, don't get too excited. This is a Karma reissue, but they still did the Vertigo sleeve on there. Pretty cool. But yeah, it's really well done reissue. But so Caterpillar, the self-titled, that one, like you can get a US pressing for like 150 bucks, something like that. The UK's are a little more. These are a lot more expensive. The Changes. I'm not sure if they did a US press or not. I can't remember, but every copy I've ever seen, these are sky high, really expensive. I know 150 is expensive, but like I'm talking like, I can't remember exactly how much, but I know it's around $1,000 maybe. Can't remember. But anyways, Parish Hall. This is a reissue. This is a Karma reissue. I got this for 20 bucks. It's really killer, hard rock. Heavy rock, psychedelic, incredible album. It doesn't look like much, but this is one you're going to look at if you like that, you know, hard and heavy early 70s hard rock, acid, just yeah, that's it. Killer fuzz guitar, really good stuff. The originals of this, again, 125, 150, something like that. This is a reissue. I got it for 20 bucks. But really good, something I really wanted to have in my collection. This is one a buddy of mine brought in. This is Jake Holmes. I let it to Catherine in December. This is a really good album, and that might be one that you see at a thrift store and not pick up, but it is killer. It's on Tower. There's some comedy albums on Tower that aren't good, but for the most part, Tower is a great label. But yeah, this is a killer folky album, but like it's got some spots of like deep psych, really good heavy psych guitar stuff, just right up my alley. It's one that kind of surprised me because I thought it was more on the folky side when I put it on, and I was like, sure, that's good, man, that's good stuff. So Jake Holmes, great stuff. This is one that another friend of mine brought in yesterday. This is Rufus Zufall Falobst. Don't tell me I pronounced it wrong, because I don't care. But this is a really killer album. I've seen this album cover a lot. Just people that I follow on Instagram and stuff that have like rare psych album pages or whatever. I've seen this a ton, but I've actually never heard it. It's a killer German 1971, I think. But really killer German album, like a krautrock, jazz prog type thing. But man, this is really good. I've listened to it a couple times. I got it yesterday. Really love it. So it's Rufus Zufall, however you say that last word. But yeah, really cool album. This is one I've been looking at for a long time, and I've never seen anyone show it on the VC at all. Never hear anybody talk about it. This is the Variations Nador. This is a just killer, I think it's French, but anyways, just killer. This is a French pressing of it. There's not many pressings of it from different countries, but this is an original press. I don't even know that they've done a reissue. This one's really, really tough to find. But I've been looking for one for years, and it's just a really good Psych, heavy guitar. Great. I mean, I'm telling you, really, if you like that type of thing, please look this up. It's a killer album. But for whatever reason, I never hear anybody talk about it. And it's just one of those, the original French pressing, mono. Wait, no, it says, no, I think it's a stereo. It says something in French, but I think it probably says compatible in mono. But anyways, but yeah, this is one I was looking for a really long time, and finally found a copy for an affordable price. And this one was actually a great price. I got it for, and yeah, been looking for that for a really long time. This is another one, maybe a little bit off-brand, but not really. This is Emmylou Harris Wrecking Ball. I saw Zeke the Vinyl Geek post this. I remember hearing this years ago and thinking, man, that's a little different than most of Emmylou Harris stuff, and I like it. But hadn't really thought much about it or listened to it very much since. And Zeke the Vinyl Geek posted about it on Instagram, and I was like, man, I need to get after that and try to find a copy. And finally found one. This is the so this is 95, I think, and there was a UK pressing of it, but there was no US pressing, and so it's really tough to find one of those. And they reissued this in 2016 on Record Store Day. This is a 3 LP with all the outtakes, studio outtakes, demos, all that stuff. So I really would, like, I was thinking, should I go for the UK, or should I go the UK original, or should I go for the Record Store Day 3 LP? And I kind of wanted this one. I felt like it would probably sound better, and it sounds incredible. It's got all the demos and stuff. It's a trifold type cover, but man, I mean, I love early Emmylou Harris stuff, but there's just something about the production of this album. This is my favorite album of hers, and if you like that, I don't know, if you like, I don't know, man, it's like, I can't explain it, but like, really good female singer-songwriter stuff. I mean, this is just unbelievable. I can't even get over how good it is. I've listened to it probably, I got it a couple weeks ago. I've probably listened to it 10 times or more. This is another one. I had this a while back. This is Stone Temple Pilots Core. This is on yellow vinyl or gold vinyl, however you want to look at life. This is a Record Store Day reissue. 3,000 copies limited. These are really tough to find now. I had one. I bought one years ago, like right after it first came out for Record Store Day. I think I paid like $30 for it, and they're not $30 anymore. I sold it. Needed money for diapers and sold it, and kind of been looking for one ever since. The original 92 pressing or whatever. They are expensive, kinda. They're over $100. I've heard they don't sound very good. I've never listened to one. So this is the one I had before, and I really liked it, so I kind of wanted to get this one again. I know Music on Vinyl does a really good reissue of it, but they're really hard to find for an affordable price too. They're $100. And also, if you've been looking for this album, they just put out a 25th anniversary a couple years ago box set with the vinyl and DVD and all that stuff, and you can get that for like $60. But anyways, I came across this for an affordable price and couldn't turn it down. But this is one of my favorite grunge albums, so I was glad to add that to the collection. This is one that a friend of mine brought in the shop to trade. This is the Third Power, I believe. This is really killer. I don't think I've showed this yet. I might have, but if so, it's worth showing twice. Really killer Detroit band, comparable with, you know, I don't know, they're not comparable with Stooges, but they run around the same circles as Stooges and MC5 and all that. But they're really good, hard and heavy psychedelic rock. This is an essential. If you can get your hands on this, some great guitar work on this really killer album, The Third Power, Believe. This is another one, man. Holy moly, I've been looking for this for a long time. This is the Human Instinct Stoned guitar, and this just a little pro tip for you. These Sunbeam records, if you see that sun, they do the best reissues, man. Psych albums. I've got one of Kaleidoscope and a couple others. But they have the audiophile reissues of these psychedelic albums. If you got a good system and you like audiophile stuff, even if you have an original, seek those out, man. They're not cheap. Like, they usually run like around 40 bucks or so. But man, they are killer reissues. This is a 2 LP reissue on Sunbeam of Stone Guitar, and this is a crazy deep psych out there, just rocking, flaming guitar solos, just face melters. This, if you like that kind of thing, I'm telling you, I've been looking for this for a long time. Finally found a copy. But man, it's tough to find. But this album, the first time I heard it, blew my freaking mind. And shout out to Dan at Dots and Loops. I learned about it from his channel. But yeah, if you like that stuff, Dan from his channel is called Dots and Loops. If you're not subscribed to him, subscribe to him. But yeah, so there's that. This one came from a collection a while back that I bought. I've been wanting this one. This was Outward Bound by Eric Dolphy, featuring Freddie Hubbard. This is a little bit on the free side of jazz, but I love Eric Dolphy. I love his this one and Out There. I love those albums. I kind of lean more towards the free jazz a little bit when it comes to jazz. I mean, I like hard bop, love Coltrane, all that stuff, but that free jazz, as long as it's not too wild and crazy, I really like that. So this is Lonnie Mack. Glad I'm in the band. Lonnie Mack was a killer guitar player. You don't hear much about him. I'll go ahead and show you the label. This is First UK. I love these early Elektra UK labels with the silver text, but this is mint. But Lonnie Mack was an incredible blues guitar player. I have a lot of his albums, and you don't hear him talked about a lot, but killer stuff. This is a great album, and just check out the unibrow on this guy. I mean, that's talent right there. I'll go ahead and show. Well, so my last video, the metal collection, everyone's like, what did you keep? What did you keep? I didn't keep a lot, but I kept more than I remember keeping. So I'll show you what I kept from there. He had this John Coltrane The Lost album. I meant to grab this when it came out, and I never did. So I actually haven't listened to it yet. I'm excited to listen to it. But that came out a couple years ago, last year. So I've been trying to get my hands on that, just not trying hard enough. This is Pater Noster. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is a killer Psych album. Originals go for like $5 grand. When it comes to that, I'm happy with a reissue. This is a really well limited to 1,000 numbered reissue. This is number 899, but really well done, thick gatefold. You know, 180 gram vinyl, whatever, maybe even 200 gram. But I listened to this right after I got it. I was like, holy moly, I'd never heard of it before. And it's a killer album. So this is Pater Noster. Just really good Psych album. Shout out, I can't remember who said it, but somebody's like, you need to listen to this album before you sell it. It was in the metal hall. I just thought it was metal. I'd never heard of it before. This is Igra. Shoot, man. I don't even know how to pronounce that. But, you know, you guys are going to burn me at the stake if I don't get it right. Igra Stanklin Perli. I don't know. But it's this prog rock album. Like, looking at it, I just thought it was metal. But it's not. It's really good. Early 70s, I think, prog rock. Listened to it once and really liked it, so I'm going to revisit that one. This one, this is called Cargo. This is a psychedelic, progadelic album. Listen to this, loved it. It's on yellow vinyl, as you can see. Pull it out. But yeah, I put this one on just because it looked good, and man, it is really good. It's got really good blues guitar solo. There's I think only one song has vocals on it, but it's just really killer for the most part, instrumental. Just great psych rock and on the prog side. save that one for last of that. This is Peter Green and the Skies. I've been trying to get all Peter Green's albums, but not trying hard enough, I guess. This is on green vinyl. Really cool German press on green vinyl. This is called Blackula. This is a Prog album. This was in that collection. It was a reissue, but I kept it because there wasn't a lot from the collection that I really felt like I needed, but I wanted to keep a few, and so all the Prog albums and the Psych albums I kind of tried to keep. This is a really cool one. It's a picture disc. I don't even know how to pronounce that, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to hold it here for a second so you can read it for yourself. But this is a krautrock album. It's pretty good picture disc. But yeah, I didn't know what it was. It was in this like sleeve, so I was like, "What's that?" And when I pulled it out, I was like, "Oh, sweet!" And then listened to it. It was crap. So there was this album, Era Human Est. It was in there, and when I went in the collection and looked it up, I know this was in my video of the metal collection, but this is like a $200 album, something like that, 175, something like that. And when I was looking through the collection, when I was buying it, I pulled it out. I'm like, crap, it's a reissue. I'm like, all right, whatever. I still wanted it. It's a really good, like jazzy prog album. Really, really good. Great rhythms on it. Phenomenal album. So, anyways, I got it. I was listening to it, and this guy walks in the shop. They're having a record show in town. And I know him from, he has got a record store in Clemson. And he walked in and he's like, "Hey, did you get that Era album?" And I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "Do you like it?" And I said, "Yeah, I love it. I wish I had an original. It's a reissue." He's like, "Well, I have an original in the car if you want it." I said, "Really?" And so he runs out in the car and grabs it, and we strike up a deal. But this is like a first German pressing. Really, really, really nice condition. So, man, thank you for if you're watching this. Really great album. And so I ended up getting an original. So I ended up selling that one, but I kept this one. Actually, I don't even think it sold yet. I think I still have it here somewhere. This is called Custom Beat. Really good Afro beat. Sweet Talks. The originals of this cost a ton of money. This is a reissue. But phenomenal Afro beat record if you're into that type of thing. This is Flower Traveling Band. A bunch of naked dudes on motorcycles. Anywhere. This is killer cover songs that they did. Like they did, I think they did 21st Century Schizoid Man, but they did some King Crimson tracks, I think, and just really, really good. You guys know I've talked about Flower Traveling Band, Satori a ton of times. That's them. A couple collections ago, I bought. They had some audiophile. A lot of audiophile reissues and stuff. This is Judy Seal, Heart Food, and I know I've talked about this album a lot, but I'm telling you, if you like that, a female singer-songwriter type stuff, this album right here, Heart Food, is phenomenal. It's incredible. I have an original pressing, but this is a 45 RPM Intervention Records audiophile released this 2 LP, thick sleeve. It's killer. It's really nice, and I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to keep this one because my system sounds incredible, and I'm trying to get more audiophile stuff that I really like. But anyways, this is one of my favorite records of all time. I'm not joking. This is a killer, folky singer-songwriter type of thing. And this is her first record, Judy Seal. She was actually, I believe this is the record, was the first record that was ever put out on Asylum Records. So this is another exactly the same pressing. This is Intervention Records, the 2 LP, 45 RPM audiophile pressing. But yeah, Judy Seal, incredible stuff. This is one I got yesterday. This is Easy Riding by Freedom Express. It's a funky, affordable, you could probably get this for like 15 bucks. Affordable funk album with some killer guitar just some killer guitar solos in it. But real funky, real good. This is a white label promo. It's mint. But I got that yesterday. If you're into that type of thing, you know, I was thinking, was this Eddie Hazel playing on here? So freaking good. With the same collection that Judy Seal came from, this is Sam Rivers, Contours. This is really good. Teeters into the free jazz, really great jazz record. This is Tone Poet reissue. But I was going through everything, and Chris Tunes from the Man Cave was like, you need to keep this one. You're really going to like this one. And he knows me. I loved it. Another one I got yesterday. This is Brute Force. This is early 70s, I think 71. On Embryo Records. Really great funk record, like funky soul record. This one, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but let's guess it's O-Fiji, something like that. This is Afrobeat, legendary. For years and years and years, it was impossible to find and worth $1 billion. But they finally reissued it. Really great record. It's one I've been looking for a while, but it's a reissue. This is one I got a while ago. I don't know if I've showed it yet, but if, like I said, this is good enough to show twice. Richard Twice, really good. You'd see that and think, who are these Simon and Garfunkel looking mothers? This is not Simon and Garfunkel. This is heavy psychedelic acid rock. Really good stuff. Tough to find. Glad I have this one. It's a great find. I was picking at a guy's house up in the mountains, and he had this. This is Bittersweet Hypnotic 1. Really good Psych record. They cover, what is it? They cover a couple of really good songs. If I Needed Someone, Beatles. It's probably the best one they have on here, but really great Psych record. But he had this, and I was like, man, do you want to sell this? And he's like, no, I really like that album. And I was like, well, would you sell it for this amount? And he's like, heck yeah. So I really wanted it, so I stepped up and bought it from him because I was going to keep it for myself. But that's a really good album. I've been looking for it. This is one I play in the shop all the time, and I have to stop playing it because everyone wants to buy it. This is Warren Haynes' Man in Motion. Everyone's like, is this for sale? So I'm like, crap. So I'm really trying to only play things that are for sale, but sometimes, you know, you gotta get the let out. This is Warren Haynes' Man in Motion. I said that already, but really great. If you like Government Mule, Allman Brothers, Warren Haynes stuff, this is on brand for him. This is Shotgun Limited, really great early 70s heavy rock on Prophesy Records. Really, it's an incredible record. This is one of those things where it's got this spot on it, and it's like almost a little bit of a warp, but it doesn't affect the play. So a friend of mine that deals records brought it in, and he's like, you know, usually these are like $50, and so I got it from him for $5, you know, because I can't sell it, you know, because it looks so bad, but it plays great. So that's a really great record to have. Got it. This is another one. This one's, I think I might have shown this one, but this one's Linda Perrak's Parallelograms. This is a really great female singer-songwriter album. This is just like a private press gem. Originals of this go for about $500-600. This one's a reissue, but it sounds incredible. This is a really highly recommended if you like that type of thing. This is a Krautrock, I think it's Krautrock, but it's Prog. Tears Are Going Home, Lava. This is on Brain Records. That's one of those records that you need to buy it no matter what it is. It's always good. Great label. But this is a phenomenal Prog album. Just freaking killer. Oh, just a couple more here. This one, I've been looking for this Fairport Convention on Half Breaking. I had a copy of this for Record Store Day, and I posted a picture of it and put it on the wall, and I was like, you know what, I don't know if I've ever heard that album, the Fairport Convention, because I've listened to a couple of theirs and not cared for them. So I was like, I'm gonna listen to that. So I put it on. I was like, dang, and I really like this. But I have to sell it because I said I would. So then, like, right after that, somebody came in and bought it. This is Original Island label. Look at that. Beautiful. Someone came in and bought it, and I was like, crap. But then a friend of mine, the friend I got it from, I said, do you have another copy of that? And he's like, yeah, I got one more copy. And so he brought it to me. So thank you, man. This is Papaya. This is like a jazzy, like crazy good rhythms, really good guitar, like a jazz rock album. And I say jazz rock. I hate to say that because I don't really like jazz rock, but this is really funky. It's got some great beats and rhythms to it and great guitar work. But that I really enjoyable listen. And then the last one is this Pearl Jam Unplugged. A friend of mine was at Record Store Day. He was waiting in line, and he's like, "Hey man, is there anything that you want from Record Store Day? Because I know you're not doing it." And I said, "There's one year. There's always one that I want." This year it was that, and so I was like, "Well, if you're there and you can, grab me that." And so he did. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Having a good time in the shop, collecting and finding things. Click links in the profile to follow us on social media, and a link to our online store is in the description. We're still working on selling things online. We haven't gotten there yet, but thanks for being patient, and we'll see you next time.